Okay, so let's start. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for attending this information webinar about UNITA Collaborative International Learning. This initiative is supported by our European University, UNITA, which is composed of 6 universities spread over 5 countries, Portugal, Spain, France, Italy, and Romania. And one of the main tasks of the Alliance is to enhance mobilities for all, for students, and for academic and administrative staff members. From the educational point of view, it consists in strengthening the international dimension of teaching and learning. And from the practical point of view, it consists in making teachers and students from the Alliance collaborate together within regular study programs. And it corresponds exactly to the aim of this initiative, the UNITA Collaborative International Learning, UCIL. Let me first introduce the UCIL team, composed at least by one referent per university. At UBI, the referent is Kelly. Kelly.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I am from the University of Beira Interior.
Thank you very much. At UNITA, we have Maria.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Maria Villarroya. I am Director for Secretariat for Internationalization. So I am the person in charge of this type of mobilities too and collaborations.
Thank you very much, Maria. At UPPA, we have Olivier.
Hi there, I'm Olivier, and I'm in charge of this type of program as well for the University of Pau.
Thank you, Olivier. At USMB, it is Stefan who will coordinate this initiative. Stefan.
Good afternoon, I'm Stefan Ganasali. I'm glad to be here and also in the UCIL team.
Thank you very much, Stefan. At UNITO, the referent is Sarah.
Good morning, I'm Sara Colaone. I'm in charge of the International Office of the School of Science of Nature, and I'm also here as a representative of UNITO for the UCIL team. Nice to meet you all. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Sarah. And the representative for UVT is Oana. Oana.
Hello, everyone. I am Oana Ivan. I'm here on behalf of West University of Timișoara, Universitatea de Vest din Timișoara. Bun venit tuturor colegilor de la UVT. I'm in charge with work package 6, mobilities, and within this work package, we also include within this work package the initiative UNITA Collaborative International Learning.
Thank you very much. Mulțumesc. Now, let me introduce more precisely the UCIL concept, that it is based on collaborative online international learning, which is famous and also known as COIL. There are plenty of models. Each model differs from another by the level of internationalization of the course, by the level of students' collaboration, and also by the modes that can be mainly online, but also face-to-face. The teaching mode can be also synchronous or asynchronous. In order to illustrate some of these models, let me give you the example of a simple course internationalization. Here in the diagram, you can see the teacher 1 in green that teaches within his university to his own students his course, except a chapter C taught by teacher 2 from another institution. This is represented by the flag in salmon colored. And reciprocally, The teacher too, from the partner institution, teaches his own course to his own students, except a chapter Z taught by teacher 1. This is a very simple model of course internationalization. And Olivier will present you a second example, a second model of UCIL.
Okay, based on the first example, you have noticed that this is a joint teaching, okay, but the joint teaching is mostly made based on the same kind of discipline. For instance, I will have an example after with Stefan, but it could be also a different discipline, and then makes it a little bit more challenging to do it. While you have one course in one institution and another one in another, just like the previous example. And then you will have students that are following the same course, those two courses, okay, from both institutions, and they work together under the guidance of the two teachers. So the credits are given in each institution separately, but as you can see, the main difference there is that maybe that the discipline can be different and the language can be different as well. That's it for me.
Thank you, Olivier. And a third and more complex model, Stefan.
Yeah, so we wanted also to show, let's say, something that could be more sophisticated, more complex in terms of COIL system. So in this example, there are 3 teachers from 3 different countries, and they have designed a course together. So the whole course is designed by the 3 teachers, and they have shared the different sections of the course. In that example, there are 3 chapters only, right? 4 actually. And so, for example, the teacher A from one country is doing chapter 1, teacher B is doing chapter 2, and teacher C is doing chapter 3. All students are attending. All students for the 3 from the 3 countries are attending the 3 chapters, basically via online sessions. And in that system, there could be also a fourth component, a fourth chapter that could be organized on site, face-to-face, with the 3 teachers working together in one of the 2 countries, right? And the 3 groups of students traveling and meeting face-to-face for the last component of the course in the same country.
Thank you, Stefan. And now, Stefan will go on with feedback, an experience, a pilot experience.
Yes, a part of organizing the whole UCIL procedure within our universities, we have decided to run a pilot project. So this one is about marketing management, and it was designed together with University Savoie-Mont-Blanc and UVT. It was open to other partners, of course. And in that case, we had students from those 2 universities. They are students from 2nd or 3rd year of bachelor in economics and business sciences. And the COIL module is included actually in the local regular courses. It means that we didn't create something completely new. We just have decided to include this collaborative experience within existing courses in the 2 universities. The language of instruction is English, and the activities, of course, are based on these collaborative activities, and also on a period when the students, international students, will work together. So more concretely, as you can see, we have designed 3 online courses according to a certain program that we agreed together. So there are 3 online courses for 2 hours. Actually, the first one was last week, I think. And you can see a picture. If you go to the next slide, we wanted to show how it started, right? So it was one of my colleagues from Romania, Anca, who did the courses, and those are my students, and half of them, because you cannot see the whole class. If you go back, Marx, to the previous slide, thank you. So there will be another course next week, and I will be so happy to give it. And there will be a third one in the beginning of April. And finally, we will have a online marketing simulation with all students working together in different teams. So we are going to mix the students during those 3 days. And we will dedicate 3 days in May so that they will apply the concepts that they have discovered during those 3 courses in a simulation, and they will work together in international teams with the teachers. And finally, of course, we decided to include also initiation to intercomprehension in Romance languages and also some ice-breaking activities.
Thank you very much, Stéphane. Before starting the questions and answers session, let me recall some very important dates. During the current month, we are constituting the UCL marketplace, where thanks to an application, you should have received the link, or you will receive very, very soon the link for application. And during at the beginning of the next month, the UCL team will compose the international groups, and during the last period of this spring semester, we will present. We will accompany the teams in the building of the UCL course with some methods and some pedagogical support, in order, we hope, to be ready for an experimentation during the next academic year.
Max, just as a complementary information, I put the link into the chat, right? So that the colleagues who are already interested and they want to formulate their interest into this activity, I put the link into the chat.
Great. So now perhaps the most interesting part in sense of interaction. Let's go to the question and answer session. I don't know if there are some questions in the chat.
I don't know, you can either raise your hand or talk in the chat. Okay, whatever.
While the questions are coming, Marx, could you go back to your previous slide, because I wanted to really to spend some time on the overall process, right? So we give, and now I cannot see. Yeah, it's better to see it.
There's a question from Laurent Dissart.
Yeah, can I just finalize this just to re-explain that because it was maybe it was a bit fast, and it's really important that all our colleagues understand. So we are running this application for expression of interests through a link, right? So people are, it's not a full commitment, or of course, it's just expression of interest. So some of the colleagues could be interested in starting that kind of sharing learning experience. So we are creating a kind of marketplace. It means a list of potential contributors from the different universities. Then, based on that list, we, as the UCL team that was introduced, we are going to see how those different people could be matched together and start to make some teams. And then we, as the UCL team, will also accompany the groups in the design, in the preparation of their collaborative learning programs, with the idea, as Mark said, to start in the next academic year. So yeah, now we can, sorry, Olivier, there was a question.
There was a question from Laurent Dissart.
Oh, yeah, Stéphane answered my question. I was wondering, how do we find the colleagues in other universities to partner up? But he answered my questions.
Okay. And
I think Diana also asked the same question in the chat. Are we going to find colleagues to partner up through the application program? Thank you.
Thank you, Laurent, for this question. In the application, there is a field where you interested colleagues can specify the field of teaching, and based on at least this information, and from also the knowledge, some additional information given by the local referent, we will build. Okay, perhaps I can stop sharing the presentation and wait for. Yes, other.
Okay, there's a question from Alessandro asking if can the group choose the language of the course, or is it possible to use several languages for one course? There's not one model. Okay, that's what I would say. I don't know. There's no straight answer to that. It's basically an agreement between teachers. So I don't know if this is the kind of answer you were expecting.
Yeah, I think it could be a good idea but then it's always the same story. For example, if you decide to have a course that is, for example, in English, in Italian or French, of course, you need to make sure that all participants have the minimum level to follow all the different components of the course on all the languages, right? So the more languages you add, basically, the more interesting it could be, but also the more challenging it is to recruit all participants, being able to speak the whole set of languages. But I think it's a very good idea. It could be a very, very exciting concept, right? If all the participants are able to interact.
Yes, and I would like to add also that it contributes a lot in the internationalization of the course. One of the characteristics of this initiative is to internationalize regular courses, regular in the sense that they belong to the study program. So such that the whole classroom will receive this internationalization initiative.
There is another question from Nadia Barbero. When is the deadline for the expression of interest? End of March?
A priori, no, but we will start building the international group by once in April, in early April, but we will let the application open, and we will progress like this. So there is no date for closing the application of interest. And it is also possible, if there is one teacher who is very motivated in contributing in this initiative, to make a very specific targeted call taking into account the specific field of the motivated teacher, for finding partners, international partners. So we let the time to build, to start this UCIL initiative.
Yeah, but if the people are interested, you can do it before the end of March, and then you will be in the first wave, so to speak. But if you are not sure, you can wait and see in May, and May it will still be open, of course. But then to have this course prepared for next academic year, it starts to be more challenging if you just start to think about it in May, right? But
just there was another question. If I've correctly understood, no new courses will be created. It's a mutual international collaboration on 2 existing courses. So that's exactly what it is. So no creation of courses, and this is building a joint course. Okay, and together, based on an existing course. Yeah. As for will everything be done online? That depends. There can be several models. Not everything can be done online. If you I know that there are physical mobilities that are sometimes happening as well in this kind of program.
yes, it can be fully online or hybrid.
Yes. For example, if you remember the first model of internationalization of a course where a teacher 1 goes to the institution B, this can be realized with the physical mobility of a teacher thanks to an Erasmus mobility STA, with the STA program. All institutions propose this. So it means that it is not mandatory to have the online part. It is also the reason why this initiative is called UCIL, UNITA Collaborative International Learning, that is inspired from the collaborative online international learning. We skip the O, the referencing to online, because it is not mandatory.
Are there any other questions? Feel free.
I could see that already some colleagues registered into the survey. So thank you for being so reactive.
And feel free also to share the link, okay, for those who could not attend, because we know that we're all very busy and sometimes you can't attend, even if the session is recorded and will be available as well as the presentation. But if you know teachers or colleagues who might have some interest in that, so feel free to share it. Can you paste the link again, please, Stefan?
Yes. Done.
Yeah, thank you.
But I presume there will be an official communication from the UNITA offices in all the different partners, universities, right? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are in the end. If there are no more questions, Max, I leave it to you to conclude.
Yeah, so I'd like to thank you all for coming and being able to squeeze this webinar into your busy timetable. There's another question, sorry. We can choose only one degree. It cannot be at BA and MA. I think it's not a matter of degree. Okay, it's more a matter of finding a match first. I think it can be taught at different levels, because as we are not changing any program, if it's accepted on both parts, I think it can work.
Yeah, in theory, the accreditation agencies, they are against the idea of having bachelor and master students sharing some courses. But if the two institutions agree, practically it's possible. Simona, you cannot click on more options. Ah, you mean in terms of the, okay, but you can add maybe in the comments in the end. You can, I'm talking to Francesca, right?
Yes.
You can choose just one level in the form. I'm feeling, yeah, but you choose one level, and because we had in mind that it was, you know, for same levels, but we also left a lot of open questions in the end so that you can give us more details, and so just go on. Don't worry.
Thank you for filling the forms for those who have who are interested. Okay, I think that will that's the end of our presentation. If you don't have any other questions, well, that's it for us. What we'll do is we'll try to send you a PDF version of our presentation, especially because then you'll have the contacts, and you could maybe email
Marx,
us.
as a final, you can show again the contacts while we are saying bye-bye.
If you can, so if you want to get in touch with us, that would be easier.
Thank you, Denisa.
Thanks,
for filling
Denisa.
the form. So we will try our best to find matches, like a bit like on those social networks, you know.
But that's matchmaking, exactly. Yeah.
Like a kind of teaching Tinder system.
Okay, I think the locally the presentation will be sent internally, so you can have the contacts, and if you have any additional questions or other interested colleagues that couldn't have attending this webinar, okay, the local referent correspondent is here always to, yes, here you are. I think it is coming.
The last one. Yes. Excellent. Thank you very much, Marx.